Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eve again here playing Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about the two best teams currently for the early game. This is more of for the TGA side of the game because again, they just started and Break the Chains servers are more or so on the higher end already, so they're not so new. And because of that, you don't really need to think about the newer type of banners and teams that you need to be. But again, if you're very early on the Break the Chains side of the game as well, then sure, you can try playing those teams as well. So in today's video, we're going to talk about those two teams that I think probably is the best options currently in the Tokyo Ghoul Break, not only Break the Chains but the TGA as well, because again, the lack of characters currently in the game is very high. You don't have enough characters to build basically any team, to be honest. You don't have enough characters to build CCG, you do not have enough characters to build Anteiku, Aogiri, all of those. So the only thing you can do is go for the diverse builds as well as some old school builds, if we want to call them, that were played when the Break the Chains just started. And one of them is this team here. This is called the Red Team. It's based off mostly very easy to get characters and very early on. This is the team for those who went all in on Ayato. This is going to be the team for you. So here's the options that you basically get. If you have the Ayato, on the very higher end, this is going to be a perfect for you. This is a very good team for you because Itori is extremely good unit for buffing the basic stats. So she buffs your basic stats when she activates her skill, as well as she passively buffs any red unit in the team. So all of the red units gets buffed. So you get a skill level up once you get the buff from her in the beginning of the turn. So you instantly get at least a 2-star skill on the Ayato. If you're lucky, it's going to be a 3-star skill. Also, the same goes for the Red Arm as well. All of these units are very easy to get. The first Carnival you're getting, this is the Arima from there. The Red Arima is also a much more easier side of the getting because you can get the fragments from the RTA. Also, you get the fragments every day by logging in. So as well as the like in the chest, he's going to be appearing a lot when there's going to be events with the chest. So that's another easy way to get him from there, like maybe even dupes for him. Itori is another also not hard to get unit. You can get her from training, but I don't think it's available for the TGA side on the like very new servers. It's not available yet. So if we go here to the combat into training here, you can see the training fragments, and you can get Itori from here as well. Every day you can sweep those, as well as you can get Itori from by just playing and using a little bit of your currency that you get from summoning on this special character fragment chest here. You can get 2 of those every day. So you might as well get a few copies of her from here, as well as in RTA again. You can get these ones. And also, I don't recommend using it on Itori, but she is here if you're like missing maybe a few fragments, and you can already get her maybe to 1-star. That would not be the worst case scenario to get, just by this for the sake of it. As well as from the random characters, I think she's also here, yes. So you can do that for the time being while you are still not on like master. So because of that, you can go and get those 2 random initials. There's 5 of them here and 3 of them here, so that should be not the problem for you to get Itori. Like maybe after a month or 2 into the game, you should be able to get her. So with this done, again, Ayato is a banner character. You get him for sure. He's gonna be your 4th banner, I believe, after Kaneki, Juzo, Uta. He's gonna be the next one, so you can get him from there. Rangy is also a fragment chest character. He basically gets acquired the same way as Itori. So there shouldn't be much of a problem by getting Rangy at least to like 3 stars. He does need to be at least on the 3 stars for the sake of just outputting the most he can do. Obviously, he doesn't bring anything with the 0 stars in here, so if you're having him only on 0 stars, then it's probably pointless. You can put anyone else, and just for the sake of the CPU, and maybe even Naki would be much better over here than Rangy. But again, Rangy, on the 3 stars, he would be good enough for you because he buffs your pen rate, your crit, and stuff like that, as well as debuffs the enemies. So this is how it looks. It's a decent team. It's based around you getting the skill ups again for these 2 red ones. The options that you have for this guy is gonna be you can switch this armor for other units. If, for example, if you didn't go too much on him, or you have him like 0 stars, and for the most part he's not that great currently, because you're like on the very lower side of the investments. Because of that, you can switch him for the new, if you're already on the Carnival side, or on the after the Centipede, you're getting the newest Carnivals because of the skips again. You can put this Arima in here. Again, this Arima is not the greatest unit overall, but in early game, he's actually very, very strong just because of his pure dominance. In terms of the basic stats, in terms of the damage that he has much higher than any other unit. Again, you can see that he's, in terms of CP, he's number 1, so he's very, very tanky. Like compared to even the one of the most OP units in the game as well. He's number 24 here, and like even on all of the basic stats, he's much more lower, except for HP, obviously. And this guy is very high on in terms of everything. So in early game, he's very, very strong, but again, he gets gradually worse when you get to mid game and end game. So because of that, I don't recommend investing too much in him, but for the time being, you can put him in here just for the sake of having a good unit that can do a pretty decent amount of damage in the early game. So this is the team for the red team. Very, very easy, very like free to play friendly, very whale friendly as well, because again, if you have this guy on a very higher end, whereas or this Arima on like a D at least, then he could perform on like very scary amount of damage, as well as like he buffs a shit ton with his shields. So this guy is very scary on for whales, as well as like these all of these units could be very scary with if you're a whale and you're trying to go for this team as well. The other option is going to be a full CCG. I think full CCG currently is probably the best team that you can build early on, just because again, Anteiku is only available once you get a legacy banner, and legacy banner is usually around like 4 to 5 months into the game. So first 4 to 5 months, you basically don't have any other team except for CCG, because again, you get these 2 units early. Then you have an option to get this bad boy Shinohara from the probabilities on any banner. So after Ayato, you're getting newest banners. So like, for example, if you already finished Ayato banner, you would get like the previous one, the new Hinami, the banner. Then now, for example, if you finish the Uta, you finished Ayato, you'll get the Uta, and then you'll get the next new Juzo that's coming into the game as well. So you'll be getting these banners. And if you go into probabilities, there is an option for you to get some of the more or so newer characters, and you can get Shinohara from here, as well as the Chief. Both of those are the CCG units that could work. They're definitely really OP in the beginning of the game, just because they are like very highly statted, as well. Like in end game, they might not be like as OP as it is, but it definitely is much better than having literally 0 units in your team, or like using standard banner characters, or even like a, I don't know, Juzo in your team for sure, like Juzo or Kaneki here. So because of that, I recommend using this setup. I'm putting this Arima again here just because I think most of players already finished the Carnival with the Centipede, so they're getting into this banner with the new Carnival with this Arima here as well. So because of that, I'm putting him here. But you can easily swap him for the Chief here if you still didn't get to that point and you're still on the like, at least you're getting the new standard banner. So because of that, you can put Chief here and Shinohara, both of them, you have the probabilities to getting them from banners. again, and these two already should be on your side. So this is a pretty decent team early on. I think it's very solid. Again, it's just because you don't have other options. If you had any other options, you can swap. But Aogiri is basically dead for the new players because you're not getting combat Kaneki. If they don't change Legacy Banner, you're not getting combat Kaneki. You're not getting Jason because of the skips. You're not getting him if you're not a whale. He costs $240. You're not getting the Easter Ayato because he's an Easter character, so he's an event character. Because of that, basically Aogiri is dead for you. The same goes for Anteiku. Anteiku, on like the mostly needed units that you need is gonna be the Teen Hinami, as well as gonna be the Green Toka, and you're only getting them from the Legacy Banner. Again, if they don't change anything, if you don't have these two units, you don't have Anteiku. It doesn't matter what you're gonna be trying to put. Like if you try to put this a rabbit, like this all without a gut cell, especially this Hinami in the backup, like gonna put the, I don't know, this Toka, the Kaneki here as well. It's not gonna work. That team is gonna, you're gonna get wiped by this Ayato all the time. So because of that, I don't recommend investing in Anteiku early on. Don't go too crazy, and like don't invest into Aogiri as well. Just you can invest into Ayato because he's pretty good. You can even swap, for example, the Chief here for the Ayato. It's still gonna be okay then. But Shinohara is kind of losing his passive a little bit there, but he's still gonna be debuffing to the right amount that you need. But again, it's best if you use full on CCG with whatever units you have, either like Chief or the new with Arima here for the early on. And in the end game, you will try to swap for if the Legacy Banner again will still remain the same, and you will still get the Teen Hinami and Green Toka, then you can switch to Anteiku. Unfortunately, Aogiri players, I am really sorry about this, but I don't think there is a possibility that you can build Aogiri currently. Again, if they maybe do a reruns for the Carnal that have never happened yet, so it was already like this is already like 8th month into the game, and we still didn't get any reruns for Carnivals. The only rerun we got was on the CA server, only on CA server. They got a rerun for Jason, but that was mostly because they wanted to catch up of the global version. So on the EU and NA, they wanted to catch up to the CA version, and because of that, they did a rerun of the Jason. Other than that, there was never a reruns. So because of that, I don't recommend going for Aogiri, or like only a character from Aogiri that you can go for is Ayato. Other than that, I don't recommend like putting investments into any other units. It's not worth it. It's just you're gonna get smacked with the Aogiri because you don't have any units for them. So because of this is the two best teams in the early game. Until the mid game, they're gonna work perfectly if you have a decent amount of investments into them. Like having them on around like this Iron around 1 to 3 stars would be nice. Having this guy getting to D would be also nice. Shinohara is good on 3 stars. Chief is also would be nice to have him on 3 stars. Unfortunately, I don't have 1 more star on him, but that would be nice enough. In terms of investments into this team, obviously you want to have as much investments as possible into Ayato. He's going to be your main DPS, your main power. So because of that, try to get him to like at least D to higher, like D plus, depending on wherever you're going there. Maybe even if you have him on triple S, that's even better. This Arima, again, you need at least 3 stars on him, but getting to D would be nicer. Again, also this guy needs to be on at least 1 star and higher. 3 stars would be nicer. If you can get him to D, if you're like a low spender or whale, that would be very, very good. Itori needs at least to be on 1 star. At least, like if you're not using her with a 1 star, this is fucked. Just because of this, the increase of the skill level of your strafe characters. Because if she doesn't give you the skill levels, this is fucked. But again, if you can get her to 3 stars as well, this would be nice, because again, this is immunity, and that's gonna be good for you when you're gonna be using Itori in the organization weekly challenges here. So if you're going to be using her here, then it's also a good idea to get her to 3 stars at some point. Like, don't invest startups on her, but like, get her a few copies of her and try to get her at least to 3 stars, and then you can basically stop. You don't need to go further than that. Other than that, hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as you can join in on the Discord. I stream every day and I post notifications beforehand for the streams, so you will not miss any of those. If you want to see like how I play the Tokyo Ghoul, like maybe see some of the teams, if you have any questions on the streams, you can ask them, as well as you can ask the questions in the Discord too. Also, you can become a member. If you want to support the content, you can become one. And other than that, I will see you on the next one.